everybody! So today I have a special video that I'm doing with my friend Dellins456, and we are looking at another film from the National Film Registry and deciding whether we think it deserves its place in the film registry. We already did Mary Poppins, and today we're looking at 1999's film by the Wachowskis, and it is called The Matrix. A little film you might have heard of. The Matrix, it was a groundbreaking film for many ways, especially the visual effects and the action. But it's an interesting film to talk about. It's kind of hard to talk about it in a way because it's just so abstract and so different. And that's one of the things that I think's special about it, is that it shows that you don't have to be stupid to be an action movie, that you can actually have something to say. You can have something different. You can have an idea that, you know what, guys that watch dopey action movies, you know what, they don't have to be dopey after all, which is really cool. And so you've got the story of The Matrix is basically, you have the Keanu Reeves character, and he starts out, he's just working as a businessman in this city, and he doesn't realize that he's actually from birth been living in this alternate reality called the Matrix. And there is this group of rebels led by this guy named Morpheus and this woman named Trinity that are trying to free different slaves to the Matrix, free them so that they can actually return to their real existence and their real life. He ends up getting hunted down by this Agent Smith, and played by Hugo Weaving, who's great in the role. So he gets a choice. He can take a red pill that will teach him more about the Matrix, or he can have a blue pill that will bring him back to his regular life. And so he has a choice between more knowledge and the unknown, or the secure and what he knows. So of course he takes the unknown, wanting to learn more truth, and that brings him into this sort of layers of truth, these layers of worlds. And it's very similar to the idea of Plato's cave, the allegory of the cave, where you have the philosopher kings that are putting these shadows on the wall because they know best. The philosopher's king, they can actually see the light, where the people in the cave, they just see these shadows of what is really real on the cave. And that's kind of the way the Matrix works. There's been this battle with the machines, and so the humans are basically only seeing what they're seeing sort of fragments of life and not like real life. There's just not the challenges. It's not the same as a real experience. Rebel from the Matrix, they're able to kind of transcend gravity, and because they're like in between these worlds, and so you see the characters are able to kind of float in the air when they kick. They're able to just do all these really cool things. And so there's just this sort of battle between the machines, between the agents that are hunting them down. They're trying to stop them, and them trying to find the chosen one. Is Neo the chosen one? Are they going to be able to kind of free everybody from this Matrix? What are they going to do? And you should kind of ask this question of, it's kind of a classic dystopian question of, are you better being pacified and living a life of sort of controlled happiness, or are you better when you can choose? And so that's the basic question of The Matrix. And you get, of course, the really, really fun action. But I have to say, on this watch through, the action doesn't quite start for about 30 minutes. and you get all of this sort of world building, and it is pretty confusing. It's kind of like Blade Runner in that way. I think that was a big influence on them, and also Akira. You definitely can see that influence of Akira here on the Wachowskis. And, you know, but it's sort of visually interesting enough. It's got enough clues. I don't really need that action until we get the action. And then it totally works. And you just have to remember, like, when it was made, it was so groundbreaking. It was so different. Nobody had ever seen anything quite like that before. The way that they were floating, the way that they were moving, everything like that. And so it's just, it has been kind of copied, I think, a lot, even by the Wachowskis themselves several times. And in two admittedly kind of weak sequels that were just very, very disappointing in the way that they continued on the story and continued on the thoughts behind the first film. And so, you know, that was disappointing. But the special effects maybe don't have the glimmer that they once had. They don't seem quite as amazing as they once were, but they really are, I think, quite incredible. And they do a good job kind of entertaining you and making you feel having a fun experience, but also continuing on the story of who they're fighting and where they're going. Like, it's not like Batman v Superman where the action just felt like sort of a tag on, you know, that it's not really continuing the story that much. Here, you have real action that actually matters in where they're going and who they're finding and who they're helping, and, you know, in making certain choices. There's action, and all the performances are really, really good. I really like Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus. I think he's really good. Carrie-Anne Moss as Trinity. She is great. I like Joe Pantoliano, I guess, as Cypher. I think he was really good because you could see the reason why he makes certain choices that he makes. Like, you have Gloria Foster as the Oracle. You have all of these pretty good performances. And of course you have Keanu Reeves, who is fine. I wouldn't say he's a great performance, but he's fine. And so yeah, you know, it's interesting when you look at the National Film Registry, because I think that it does deserve to be in the National Film Registry because it was so groundbreaking, it was so different, and I think it still holds up. I still think it's an entertaining watch. It does more than the typical action movie. It tries to make you think, it tries to give you something better. You know, it'll be interesting to see what Dellins thinks, because I'll be curious what a young person that this isn't so new to them, that they've seen all the copycats, they've seen all the things, whether he'll like it. I don't know if he will like it as much as, you know, some of us old fogies like it. But I think just for what it did to cinema and for the special effects, the visual effects, everything, I think it deserves a spot in the National Film Registry. And it's just very, very, very entertaining and smart at the same time. So let me know what you think of The Matrix. Do you like it? Do you think it's overrated? Put in the comments section. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!